Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is 7:30. I just got done dropping the kids off, and no, that is not code for taking a dump. I really just dropped the kids off at the babysitter, heading to work. What I wanted to do though with this channel is take a little bit of time, start a little mini series of sorts, and basically kind of give a beginner's guide to getting fit or getting into shape. There's a common misconception out there, if we look at it like a pyramid, there's a common misconception out there that the bottom of the pyramid would be some form of cardio. The second layer of the pyramid would be some sort of diet. And then the top of the pyramid would be some sort of weight training or resistance training. A more accurate depiction would be nutrition at the bottom of the pyramid. The second part of the pyramid would be some sort of resistance training as well as rest. Resistance training is important. Rest and recovery from the resistance training is just as, if not more important than the actual resistance training itself. And resistance training can be weights, it can be body weight exercises, it can be bands, but there does need to be some sort of resistance so you can build muscle. You build muscle, the more calories you burn, the more fat you burn, and the slimmer and better you feel. And then the top of the pyramid would be cardio. Cardio is more of a supplement to a good diet or nutrition plan and exercise plan. And so that's really what the pyramids would look like, what the pyramid should look like, versus the misconception that if I just run a lot and get on some sort of fad diet, I'm gonna lose weight, and you will lose weight. Two issues with that. First off, it's not maintained weight loss. More than likely you're going to gain it back. And the second thing is the weight that you're losing, a lot of it is stuff you don't want to lose, such as water and muscle mass and so forth. So nutrition, resistance training, cardio, that's the pyramid. And when it comes to nutrition and nutrition plan, it is a very simple concept. Diets simply take this concept and work it into a magical formula, but in reality it's not. It all comes down to calories. Calories are how we measure the amount of energy it takes to burn off whatever we eat. So if something has 100 calories, it means we have to exert 100 calories worth of energy in order to burn that food that we just ate off. We burn calories through workouts. Your body burns calories simply by functioning, heart beating, lungs working, brain functioning, internal organs digesting food, all that good stuff. All that stuff burns calories as well, so you need calories in order to function. Really, when it comes down to a nutrition plan and your goals, if you're trying to cut weight and slim down, you want to be at a caloric deficit. If you're trying to put on weight and build muscle, you want to be at a caloric surplus. If you're happy with where you're at, then we have what we call a sustaining or maintaining caloric intake, and that means you basically take in enough calories to compensate for the amount of energy or activity that you do on a daily basis. But in reality, a nutrition plan, that is as simple as that. Less calories if you want to slim down, more calories if you want to bulk up. So you really need three things, and they're very simple. First off, you need to get a food scale. They're not expensive. I would highly recommend a digital food scale. I would highly recommend that you stay away from glass food scales. They look cool, but eventually they break. They're hard to keep clean. So I would invest in just a good, functional food scale. If you're going to count and track the number of calories you're taking in, I would highly recommend, and you almost cannot do it unless you are weighing out your food. The second thing you need is a calorie tracker. I know Fitbit tracks calories for you. You can. MyFitnessPal is probably one of the most popular ones out there. That's the one I use. You just simply scan a barcode or enter in some sort of food. It gives you the details on the calories and the macronutrients and so forth, and you track it that way. And then the third thing you need is a can-do attitude with patience. If you're trying to slim down and look good, if you're trying to put on muscle and look good, whatever your fitness goal is, you need to understand that it is a marathon and not a sprint. The results are not going to come overnight, but believe me, you stick to the plan, you dedicate yourself to eating correctly, you dedicate yourself to exercising regularly, then I promise you, you will enjoy the benefits and it'll be way worth it. Like I mentioned earlier, the healthier you get, the harder it is to eat unhealthy. It is more difficult for me to pull into a fast food restaurant and order something unhealthy than it is for me just simply to make something at home for myself. It's a habit I've formed, and I promise you, you stick to it, you're going to feel it. I don't eat unhealthy very often because I can feel my body struggle to digest the food and so forth after I do so, and I don't feel good after I eat unhealthy at all. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a cheat meal, but just saying that if you form that habit, it's a good habit to form that'll pay great benefits in the long run and over the course of your long, illustrious life. Anyway, that's the end of part one. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share this with your friends. I'm pumped about this little mini series. I think it's going to be very helpful. Come back, and like I said, I'm out. Let's make something happen.